Hi everybody, I'm Mrs Claus and I'm going to read you a bedtime story. I'm going to read Little Miss Christmas. Are you ready? Let's see what Little Miss Christmas has in store for us. Little Miss Christmas lives in an igloo at the North Pole, next door to her uncle, Father Christmas, a long, long way from her brother, Mr. Christmas. Little Miss Christmas works for Father Christmas. Her job is wrapping all the presents before Father Christmas delivers them on Christmas Eve. As you might imagine, there are an awful lot of presents to wrap. It takes her all year long. And as much as Little Miss Christmas loves her job, there are times when wrapping presents day in and day out can get a little bit boring. Look, there she is, wrapping all the presents. Last year, after nearly a whole year buried in wrapping paper and sticky tape, Little Miss Christmas decided that she deserved a holiday. She had nearly finished wrapping all the presents and thought it would not do any harm for Father Christmas to wrap the last few himself. To make it easier for him, she rang her brother at the South Pole and asked him to come and help. Mr. Christmas flew up to the North Pole in his magic flying teapot on the day Little Miss Christmas left for her holiday. Look at that, a flying teapot. How fabulous is that? I won't be back until the day before Christmas Eve, so you have to make sure you finish wrapping the last of the presents, Little Miss Christmas reminded them just before she boarded her plane. Don't worry, boomed Father Christmas. We've got plenty of time. We'll have them all wrapped long before you return. That said Father Christmas. The next morning, after a breakfast of Christmas pudding on toast, Father Christmas led Mr. Christmas into the wrapping room and they set to work. This isn't going to take any time at all, said Father Christmas an hour later. In fact, we've got plenty of time left. How about a game of golf? Good idea, said Mr. Christmas. Oh dear. They're going to go and play golf. And so the two of them played golf for the rest of the day. Look at that. Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas playing golf. The following morning, they settled down to work. But after an hour, Father Christmas piped up again. How do you fancy going reindeer racing? We've got plenty of time to do this. Good idea, agreed Mr. Christmas. And the two of them spent the rest of the day racing reindeer across the ice. They're racing reindeer and playing golf. And what are they supposed to be doing? That's right. They're supposed to be wrapping presents. The next day, they did not even reach the wrapping room. We've still got plenty of time to finish that wrapping. Shall we go fishing today? Suggested Father Christmas at breakfast. Good idea, said Mr. Christmas eagerly. Oh, look at that. They've gone fishing. Instead of? That's right, instead of wrapping the presents. And so it continued. While Little Miss Christmas lay on a beach in the Christmas Islands, where else, blissfully unaware of what was going on, Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas were spending a lot of time having fun and very little time wrapping presents. So you will not be surprised to learn that The wrapping had not been finished by the time little Miss Christmas returned from her holiday. "What have you two been doing all this time?" exclaimed little Miss Christmas when she saw the huge pile of unwrapped presents. Father Christmas and Mr. Christmas sheepishly studied their feet, unable to look little Miss Christmas in the eye. Are we ever going to get all this done by tomorrow evening?" she continued angrily. It was then that suddenly she had an idea. A brilliant idea. "We can ask all the Mr. Men and little Misses to help us, and you can go and pick them up in your teapot," she cried, pointing at Mr. Christmas. By tea time, Mr. Christmas had collected as many of the Mr. Men and little Misses as he could find and brought them to the North Pole. Look at them all. Do you recognize them? I can see Mr. Bump and Mr. Happy. That's right, there's lots of them there. Well done. They all worked right through the night, although little Miss Christmas had to be very careful about which jobs she gave each of them. Mr. Bump was only allowed to wrap teddy bears because he kept breaking the other presents he was given. And little Miss Bossy had to keep a careful eye on little Miss Naughty to stop her wrapping nasty surprises in the presents. That's little Miss Naughty. She's wrapping nasty surprises in the presents. Oh dear. Not everything quite went to plan. Mr. Muddle kept writing "Happy Easter" on the labels, and little Miss Helpful tried very hard to be helpful, but got into a lot of trouble with the sticky tape. Look, she's in trouble with the sticky tape. Mr. Forgetful kept forgetting to put presents in his parcels. Oh dear. And there was no mistaking the presents wrapped by Mr. Messy. They must have been presents that were wrapped in a very messy way by Mr. Messy. However, by lunchtime on Christmas Eve, all the presents were wrapped and labelled and packed away in Father Christmas's sleigh. "Thank you so much," said little Miss Christmas to everyone. "I don't know what we would have done without your help. There would have been a lot of empty spaces under a lot of Christmas trees. Now, we just need Father Christmas. Has anybody seen him? Where do you think Father Christmas is?" Let's see. But nobody had. Eventually, little Miss Christmas found him playing cards. With Mr. Christmas, of course. "Quick! Quick!" she cried. "You're going to be late." Don't worry, chuckled Father Christmas. What do you think he said? That's right, he said, "We have plenty of time." I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe. Bye-bye.